All right, so before people start criticizing and say, "Oh, he's trying to cash in on crises, he's taking advantage of people," I'm gonna do two things right now. I'm gonna lower the price from $10 to $5. Not only that, I'm gonna give you my recipe and I'm gonna show you how to cook. I'm gonna show you how to make these masks. All right, make them yourself. Why not? I'm gonna show you how to do that. Now, this is the one I'm working on right here, making a navy one for my homie Dan Cini. Um, he was the one that said, "Hey man, you need to make some masks, man." And I thought he was joking because Dan's funny as hell. I'm like, "Oh, that's funny, Dan." And then a week later, Dr. Webb was like, "Bring me some masks. I'll pay you for them." The money part, made my ears perk up, and I went home. I had this mask. I was in the core whore for the day. And I went in the room to do a 15-minute break. So I had this mask on for 15 minutes. I didn't even scrub in. I was just standing there. So instead of putting it in the trash like we do, because I didn't go to my next break, that was the day they had the punch keys. Alex had brought these punch keys to the break room, so I had to get in the break room with the punch keys. But I just brought the mask home. I said, you know what? Reverse engineer that bad boy. So I look at it. It's got the ties on it. And again, me showing you how to make this mask, you can make anything. Okay, it's just especially if it already exists. If it already exists, then you use the reverse engineering method where you just get it, deconstruct it. How you take it apart is how it go back together. Okay, so what's the pieces to this thing? You got the ties, all right? You got the main body of this thing, and then you could be this duckbill, which I love the duckbill, but it seemed like y'all not really into the duckbill. This is the mask I wear. I love the duckbill because the duckbill is like a homage, right, to those plague doctor masks from back in the day with the beak on it. Y'all don't know about this. This is where it's at, but y'all like the pleated one, so we'll just make the pleated ones. But anyway, you got the ties, you got the body of it, and then you got this little metal part here that makes it conform to your nose, fits snug up to your face, this metal bar right here. So boom, that's all I have to do is just make these. I just need to get these three components and I got it done. So you measure the tie, it's 3/8, right? So I know the ties are 3/8. The mask itself, this is 4 1/4. I made some adjustments to it, because it's mine now. So you don't just copy it exact. You got to do some, make some improvements to it as far as I'm concerned. But so mine is 4 inches. But they got 4 1/4 here. Mine is 4 inches, and then across you got 7 1/4. Mine is 7.5. Look at that. Mine is 7.5 across. So I like that better. But that's the measurements they have now, and I kind of knew that this was going to be safe to work with because this mask is the mask that they ship all over the world. So I know they've done all the market analysis and the blah, blah, blah on their measurements, but I just tweaked it a bit for my liking or whatever. Now the ties, how long are they? The ties I got is 34 inches long, 34-inch ties. So that's 3/8 by 34 inches, right? And it's doubled up because it's my tie. I double them up. This here is paper, so it tears very easy. No. The fabric ones is doubled up. It's very strong, okay? This is paper, though, whatever. Okay, so I got that. The body, I got the measurements on the body. And but see, it's got the fold in it, so that measurement that I gave you is just the measurement once it's collapsed. But when you need to be bigger. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me keep going. So the only thing that I didn't have ready access to, and that you probably not gonna have ready access to, is this metal bar, right? Now you probably find this on Amazon or Home Depot or something. Just a little metal bar, or you you find something. Let me just tear it open. Since we got the measurements and we know what's up, let's just tear this open. I'm gonna cut this here just to get this metal bar out. because, like I say, they fill the garbage up with these masks, and if it's going to be a shortage, we can, recycle a lot of this stuff, man. Look at this metal bar. This is the whole thing right here. This metal bar. This is metal. It can be sterilized, man. It can be harvested, sterilized, and reused. We put this in these reusable masks that we can send down with the, those cloth gowns or whatever, and have them, have them sterilized for us, man. And the hell with a PPE shortage. Okay, so now let's do this. Now, if you at home, if you ain't got access to this, you don't got this. Something else I found. Look at that. A twist tie off the bread, man. I'm going to show you this. You laughing, but I'm going to show you this. That's got all you got access to that will conform to the bridge of your nose. Okay, so we got this. Now, this is how it starts out. When you can use any kind of cotton fabric. I like cotton fabric because I know the cotton will work, just like when you tie the cotton bandanas around your face. The people have been doing that for years, in these riots or whatever, when they throwing the Molotov cocktails and then they getting the gas canisters thrown back at them. They have those cotton bandanas tied around their face, man. And a lot of times you wet them a little bit, you put them on your face, you good to go. Same thing with this little piece of cotton. In a pinch, you can wet this here, man, and But anyway, this is 8 by 7.5. Now you can, when you cutting out your fabric, what two things you want to take into account is efficiency. You say it for me. In your fabric usage, like me, I get a yard of fabric. I try to get as much as out of that fabric as I can, so I'm not doing these luxury cuts where I'm in the, just making these. I go to the edges, man, and just try to use as much as I can. But that's one thing. The other thing is presentation. If the fabric has all these, has a print, has stuff on it, you want to. It's got to lay it's got to lay right. How's it going to look once you've done it? It don't make no sense you trying to be thrifty on the cuts if it's not going to turn out, if it's going to look ugly when it's done. Okay, that's simple as that. Okay, so you got your 8 by 7.5 across. 8 by 7.5 across. Okay, from the bottom, you get your ruler and your wax, or your if you don't have a wax marker, because like I explained, you won't wax because you will put the mark on it and it'll wax right out, as opposed to using a pencil or some kind of crazy business that just ruins the stuff. Okay. Now, if you didn't have it, I would say use a pencil, turn the garment on the opposite side. Don't make your marks on the face of the garment. You want to make your marks on the back of the garment if it's going to be something that's going to, and then you can wash this afterwards, which I suggest. Don't just put, if I sell you a mask or a hat or anything, don't just put that on your body, slap it on your face. Go wash it, okay? Just like when you buy sheets at Walmart, man. You want to wash it before you use it, okay? I'm a pretty much clean person, but this is not no sterile field that I'm working in right now. And I get this fabric from Joann's and different places. I get it sent from Amazon. Wash it, okay? Don't sue your brother. Just wash the fabric, okay, before you put it on your face. All right, so anyway, from the bottom, you come up, you go to 2 3/4 from the bottom. 2 3/4. Make your mark. Other side, 2 3/4. Make your mark. Go to the top. I turn it. Go to the top. 2 inches. So when you're cutting your fabric and you're working out your presentation and you're making these particular masks with the measurements that I'm put for, 2 inches is your window. So I use this to say, okay, what's going to be, front and center on this mask. I use the 2 inches at the top. So that let me know. Oh, look, Navy right there. Dan is a Navy man. He should love this. Love you, Dan. Dan's hardcore, man. RNFA, cardiothoracic. Gave me some good training, man, over these years. Said he'll be retiring soon or whatever. And, I try to do like cool little things for people that I think are cool people, man. Why not? So there, that's what it looked like once you get done. Okay. Anyway, I did that without even talking. I was talking about Dan, and then okay. So here you go. 2 inches you got the 2-inch mark here, right? You would pinch it. This is about 1 inch. You would come up 1 inch. A lot is eyeballing. I did take time and measure all this out, but I've got so with the muscle memory now that I know exactly where it's all at. Okay, so now you come back up 2 3/4, put the same fold on that. Now you got that pleated mask look as opposed to the duckbill. I like the duckbill too because the duckbill take more suturing. Sewing rather. I have to sew and create the bill when I make the other mask. But okay, y'all don't like that one. Whatever. Okay, so now you want to put your ties on. So let's go to the ties. I'm going to stop the video and we're going to come back and we're going to focus on ties. We got our body. Boom.